Welcome to Tatva the Lifestyle Studio. Today I am broaching a topic that has a lot of us wondering and thinking. It is grief on the clock. We all have at some point in time experienced grief that has left us beyond mourning and towards coping. And we all have either lost a pet, a loved one, or someone who deeply influenced our lives to death, and now we are looking for an anchor after them in our lives, and how we all in our own ways have understood coping, and we all in our own ways have understood that maybe it's not time that heals everything, but creates a space for all of us to work without that person around. The answers of grief are very difficult to find, and in my work, grief is one aspect of a human being's journey that we encounter at some point in time. Today, it's a personal story for me to be talking about grief. I too have had the misfortune of losing my anchors. But I have understood that coping as we know in the books and coping as we might see in the movies is very different. But coping as a personal journey, coping as a personal acceptance towards things is something that we design for ourselves. The absence of that individual, the absence of that pet becomes our presence daily that we live with. And in such a scenario, we all are more aware about our overwhelming emotions, and suddenly, as young thinking individuals, we are left to question out the world and its philosophical side of existence. But if we are able to let that process of thoughts, emotions, and feelings go on, we discover that after we have learned to accept the absence, there is a presence that is very, very inspiring, that is very, very motivating for all of us, because we loved them. Even if it was your pet, even if it was a favorite teacher or a grandparent or even a parent, we loved them so much that now they inspire us to do more and to be someone greater than our own selves. Our lives are so empty and meaningless, and people in our lives give meaning and purpose to our lives, and somebody through their death inspires us so much and makes us believe that we are doing it for them. But my dear fellow human beings, we end up doing a lot more for ourselves. Grieving is a continuous process. You go through different kind of stages that have been talked about all across the world, but the most personal aspect of grieving is to know that you are always going to miss them. Nobody leaves you, nobody is away from you, but you accept them not being there in the physical form. They're always in your thoughts. You draw inspiration from your experiences with them, and you learn how to be more accepting of your own emotions. Death does make us question life, but it is living that makes death worthwhile. We at Tatva the Lifestyle Studio understand grief in a very different way, because we want, if you're grieving and if you're searching for an anchor to fall back on, we are there, and we would like you to come forward and talk to us if you need anything. Thank you.